Guangzhou, the capital city of Guangdong province, was hit by historic, record-breaking torrential rain on Friday, May 15, 2026, causing widespread urban waterlogging, suspension of transport links, closures of educational institutions, and the immediate deployment of thousands of emergency responders. Driven by severe convective weather and intense monsoon activity lashing southern China, the city's infrastructure was put to a grueling test. At the height of the deluge, the Renmin Park observation station in the Yuexiu District registered an extraordinary 117.6 millimeters of rainfall within a single hour at 2 p.m. This marks the highest hourly rainfall ever recorded at that specific station, transforming major streets into rushing rivers and trapping thousands of commuters. The storm system that stalled over the Pearl River Delta on May 15, 2026, was part of a broader, prolonged weather pattern identified by the National Meteorological Center as the first widespread and severe rainy spell of the 2026 summer monsoon season. According to statements released by the Guangzhou Water Authority, the volume of water dumped on the urban center defied standard safety margins. The 117.6 millimeters of rain recorded in 60 minutes at Renmin Park represents an amount of water that the locality typically handles over a 24 to 48-hour window during normal spring seasons. Meteorologists from the Guangdong Meteorological Observatory explained that a powerful influx of warm, moisture-laden southerly winds collided directly with a slower-moving, colder atmospheric front creeping from northern China. This caused what atmospheric scientists term a train effect or carriage-to-carriage effect, where multiple dense, highly active thunderstorm blocks sequentially track over the exact same localized geographic coordinates. The result was an unyielding downpour that continuously saturated the ground, rendering standard sustainable drainage frameworks temporarily overwhelmed. By Friday evening, multiple secondary tributaries feeding into the Pearl River system showed dangerous signs of swelling. Hydrological tracking stations issued localized warnings stating that small and medium-sized rivers intersecting the broader municipal boundary could witness sharp vertical water level rises ranging from 2 to 6 meters. The saturation index of the soil across rural hillsides on the outskirts of Guangzhou, such as areas surrounding Baiyun Mountain, reached critical limits, raising the immediate threat of secondary geological incidents like mudslides and localized slope failures. As the water depth on major thoroughfares quickly reached depths between 30 centimeters and over a meter, the city's complex transit networks ground to an immediate halt. The high-speed rail corridor, a lifeline connecting the industrial hub of Guangzhou to the rest of southern China, suffered immediate disruptions. Officials operating under China Railway Guangzhou Group announced that all outbound and inbound train movements along the Guangzhou-Zhanjiang high-speed railway and the Jiamen-Zhanjiang Railway were systematically suspended starting from 8 p.m. on Friday. Safety coordinators halted operations to prevent trains from entering track segments where low-lying ground beds risked being undermined by fast-moving surface water runoff. In downtown Tianhe and Yuexiu, key arterial roads were transformed into slow-moving channels of muddy water. Commuters shared digital recordings of vehicles half-submerged on primary expressways, while delivery workers on motorbikes struggled against currents to seek high ground. Underpasses and sunken intersections became immediate collection points for water, forcing municipal traffic police to erect physical blockades and redirect automated navigation systems away from known choke points. The Guangzhou metro system deployed its emergency floodgates across vulnerable station entrances in low-lying zones to prevent a repeat of historical subway flooding incidents. Sandbags, temporary retaining barriers, and heavy-duty water pumps were activated at station portals in Panyu and Tianhe. While core underground lines remained functional under strict monitoring, entrances close to surface pooling were selectively closed to manage passenger flow and maintain structural integrity. The rapid onset of the storm forced emergency management headquarters to escalate their regional readiness posture rapidly. As the cloudburst intensified during Friday afternoon, local meteorological bureaus updated their warning indicators. A red rainstorm warning signal, the highest level in China's 4-tier color-coded meteorological warning framework, was officially put into effect across Tianhe, Yuexiu, and Panyu districts, The issuance of a red alert mandates automated defensive protocols across public sectors to minimize human exposure to hazardous outdoor environments. Adhering to Guangzhou's updated municipal emergency frameworks, the declaration of the red alert triggered the immediate, mandatory suspension of operations across the entire educational spectrum. All childcare institutions, kindergartens, primary schools, secondary high schools, vocational academies, and higher education universities across the affected administrative districts sent students home early or instructed them to remain safely sheltered within campus dormitories. Off-campus training centers and evening tutoring institutions were similarly ordered to halt all operations to clear the streets of student transit. The severe flooding on May 15, 2026, aligns directly with strategic projections issued by provincial authorities earlier in the spring. During a dedicated climate resilience press briefing held on April 10th, emergency management officials from Guangdong warned that the 2026 flood season would be characterized by highly volatile, record-breaking weather anomalies driven by broader global climate shifts. The Guangdong Meteorological Service noted that more than 80% of the province's annual precipitation is concentrated within the volatile April to September window, with an escalating frequency of short-duration, high-intensity convective downpours. Guangzhou has invested heavily in sponge city infrastructure, incorporating permeable pavements, urban wetlands, and deep underground storm storage retention tunnels designed to hold millions of cubic meters of excess runoff. However, hydrological engineers point out that when hourly rainfall intensities cross the 100 millimeters threshold, as seen in Yuexiu District, the rate of surface water accumulation temporarily bypasses the gravity-fed intake capacity of surface collection networks. This creates localized pooling that requires secondary mechanical intervention via high-power pumps to alleviate.
네.
哎呦，我的妈呀！这得开船来了吧？哦呦，那车都不敢过来了。这里的水太深了，太深了，这边的车也都停住了，怪不得都堵在这里。你看，你看，你看，你看，你看，哎呦，这是广州大道北梅花岩段，梅花岩段。